I sprang to the stirrup, and Joris and he. I galloped, they galloped, we galloped all three. Good speed, cried the watch, as the gate bolts undrew. Speed, echoed the wall, to us galloping through. Behind shot the postern, the lights sank to rest, and into the midnight we galloped abreast. Not a word to each other, we kept the great pace, neck by neck, stride by stride, never changing our place. I turned in my saddle and made its girths tight, then shortened each stirrup and set the peak right. Rebuckled the cheek strap, chained slacker the bit, nor galloped less steadily, Roland a wit. 'Twas moonset at starting, but while we drew near Lochran, the cocks crew and twilight dawned clear. At boom a great yellow star came out to see. At Duffield 'twas morning, as plain as could be. And from Mechlin church steeple we heard the half chime. So Joris broke silence with, "Yet there's time." At earshot up leaped of a sudden the sun, and against him the cattle stood black every one, to stare through the mist at us galloping past. And I saw my stout galloper Roland at last, with resolute shoulders each hutting away the haze as some bluff river headland did spray. And his low head and crest just one sharp ear bent back for my voice, and the other pricked out on his track, and one eye's black intelligence ever that glance, its white edge at me, his own master askance. And the thick heavy spume flakes which iron anon his fair lips shook upwards in galloping on. By Hasselt, der groaned and cried Joris, "Stay, spur! Your roos galloped bravely, the fault's not in her. We'll remember at Aix." As one heard the quick wheeze of her chest, saw the stretched neck and staggering knees, and sunk tail and horrible heave of the flank, as down on her haunches she shuddered and sank. So we were left galloping, Joris and I, past Lewes and past Tongrers, no cloud in the sky. The broad sun above laughed a pitiless laugh. Neath our feet broke the brittle bright stubble like chaff, till over by Dulham a dome spire sprang white, and gallop gasped Joris, for Aix is in sight. How they'll greet us, and all in a moment has rolled neck and crop over, lay dead as a stone. And there was my Roland to bear the whole weight of the news which alone could save Aix from her fate, with his nostrils like bits full of blood to the brim, and with circles of red for his eye sockets rim. Then I cast loose my buff coat, each holster let fall, shook off both my jack boots, let go belt and all, stood up in the stirrup, leaned, patted his hair, called my Roland his pet name, my horse without peer, clapped my hands, laughed and sang any noise, bad or good, till at length into Aix Roland galloped and stood. And all I remember is friends flocking round, as I sat with his head twixt my knees on the ground, and no voice but was praising this Roland of mine, as I poured down his throat our last measure of wine, which the burgesses voted by common consent was no more than his due, who brought good news from Ghent.